Hi, church guy. The singles ministry at my church has a maximum age cutoff to protect the younger women. But what about the older singles?
You complete me.
You had me at hello.
What? No.
So, welcome to I'm Scared of Church Girls Unscripted. And wow, I just want to thank all of you for being here, and don't forget to subscribe and like and share and all that stuff. So I think we need to get into today's topic, which comes from Wayne, who lives in Hawaii.
It seems like singles ministries and churches cater to people in their 20s. But what about the older singles?
A lot of churches all around America do recognize that there's a singles crisis, and they try to address this by offering singles groups. However, most of these singles groups are generally geared toward the age group of 22 or post-college to maybe roughly around 30. I do believe the purpose of these singles groups are too often explicit, and they really are just trying to encourage the singles population to get together and, hey, here's single, Jesus, maybe you should get married. I mean, after all, what do you do with people like you and me and so many other friends that I have who, of course, we desire to be married, and every time we go to church, we're constantly reminded, hey, you should probably be married. Or, how old are you? You're not married? You're not divorced? You don't have kids? What's wrong with you? So what do you do when you get older? Say you get to that 40-year-old range, 35 to 40. You clearly don't fit in with the rest of your age group because they're married, divorced, or have kids or families or something. And you don't really fit into the singles group, although you kind of want to be there because that makes more sense. But then, yeah, what do you do? So Wayne, you mentioned earlier that your church singles ministry has an age limit on men specifically to protect the younger women. Well, I mean, I can imagine that somewhere along the way there's been some men that were probably creeping around and kind of made a lot of women uncomfortable. I think often what happens is you have a couple bad apples that ruin it for all of us, which ultimately leaves us with the question that you really ask, what do older single men do? Well, statistics say that men like us, we just don't go to church anymore. We just try to find our own way because it's just easier. When you're a man and you go to a singles group and say, I just walk in, I just want to be friendly, I say hello to a girl, probably not interested in her, but I'd say hello. She freaks out because, oh my goodness, this guy just said hello to me, and he's single, I'm single. This only means one thing. He must be into me. Now imagine if you're 40 years old, you walk into a group like this, and you say hello to a girl, and you don't know anything about her. She's probably in her early 20s, but she's like, oh my goodness, this old guy just said hello to me. This is really awkward. This is uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. Now, I don't think all hope is lost. Just because your church is not offering a good program or a good community for you to grow as a single or to be comfortable as a single, I highly recommend someone like you, just like me, to create a group. That's exactly what I'm doing here today with this I'm Scared of Church Girls ministry, the videos, the blog posts, the chat groups that we have. It's really awesome that we're able to share and encourage each other and tackle some of the hard questions that pertain to our singleness and how God can use us in an incredible way. Also, I think it's important for you, and I think anybody else watching this, if you're struggling as an older single and you have these different feelings toward the church because of the way they treat you, I think it's important for you to sit down with your local pastor, your local church leaders, and really explain this to them. Sit down and share with them what's on your heart and why you feel uncomfortable in this situation. I think most pastors and leaders have no idea what to do with us because they have no idea that we're feeling the way we feel. Meanwhile, I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel about this topic. What do older people do in the church? What does your church possibly do? How has your experience been as a single in your church? Does your church help you a lot? Do they encourage you a lot? Or do they leave you often frustrated like so many other people that will click on this video? Yeah, meanwhile, see you later. And starting to like this car thing. Peace.